Have you ever wondered what it actually felt like to be Nikola Tesla? Not the inventor, not the genius on the t-shirt. History class taught you what he invented. Nobody taught you what it cost him. In this video, we will talk about the psychological breakdowns of Nikola Tesla that history forgot to record. The betrayal by Edison, the FBI agents who raided his room within hours of his death, and the one dream he died trying to build. This is not a story about inventions. This is a story about a mind so extraordinary, it became its own prison. Watch till the end. The last chapter will change how you see genius forever. The man. What was it like to walk through a crowded street and hear every sound at 10 times the volume of a normal person? What was it like to close your eyes at night and watch entire electrical machines build themselves inside your head, rotating, humming, fully functional, before you'd ever touched a single wire? What was it like to hold the patents that lit up the modern world and die completely alone in a hotel room with nothing but pigeons? This is not a story about inventions. This is a story about a mind so extraordinary, so different, so consuming, that it gave the world everything and left its owner with almost nothing. Born July 10th, 1856, Smiljan, Serbia, during a lightning storm. His father, an Orthodox priest. His mother, illiterate, but could memorize entire epic poems from a single reading and build complex mechanical tools entirely from imagination. Tesla said he got everything from her. But what he inherited was not clean. It was not simple. From childhood, his brain worked in ways that had no name yet. He saw visions, not dreams, not metaphors, actual three-dimensional projections appearing in the air in front of him, triggered by words, sounds, or thoughts, bright enough that he sometimes couldn't tell them from reality. He heard flies landing on a table the way you'd hear a gunshot. Sunlight felt like physical pain. He could not touch hair, under any circumstances. He counted his steps compulsively, every single walk, every single day. He could not eat a meal without calculating the cubic volume of every piece of food on his plate first. He washed his hands obsessively, sometimes to bleeding. Today, neuroscientists who have studied his documented behaviors identify clear markers of synesthesia, OCD, and high-functioning autism. He was not broken. He was built differently. And that difference was exactly what made him dangerous. Now let's talk about intelligence. Tesla never took an IQ test. But what he could do, what is documented, places him in a category of cognitive ability that most researchers simply call unrepeatable. He spoke 8 languages fluently: Serbian, English, Czech, French, German, Hungarian, Italian, Latin. He memorized entire books in their original language. Goethe's Faust, in German, from memory. Complete. He designed his inventions entirely in mental space. No sketches, no blueprints. Full three-dimensional rotating models built inside his head, run at operational speed. Checked for mechanical wear. Age 37. He lights the entire Chicago World's Fair with AC power. 100,000 light bulbs. The first large-scale electrical demonstration in history. This is the moment Edison loses the war of currents. Age 39. He designs the Niagara Falls hydroelectric power plant. First large-scale AC power station ever built. It powers New York City. Age 42. He demonstrates the world's first remote-controlled vehicle, a radio-controlled boat, in Madison Square Garden. The crowd thinks it's magic. Tesla calls it a borrowed mind. Age 43. He moves to Colorado Springs, builds a laboratory, creates artificial lightning bolts 130 feet long, records what he believes are signals from Mars. possibly the first person to detect radio signals from space. We still don't know what he heard. 1901 to 1917, age 45 to 61. He builds Wardenclyffe Tower on Long Island, designed to transmit electricity wirelessly to the entire planet. Free power for every human being on Earth. J.P. Morgan pulls the funding. The tower is demolished for scrap metal during World War I. Tesla is financially ruined. He never recovers. One man, 60 years. The AC motor, the radio, remote control, the hydroelectric turbine, wireless transmission, fluorescent lighting, the Tesla coil, and almost none of it properly credited to him during his lifetime. Now we get to the part of Tesla's story that biographers rush past, the dark part. Not dark because it is evil. Dark because it is deeply, profoundly human, and deeply, profoundly strange. Tesla never had a romantic relationship, not one. In his entire 86-year life, he did not want one. He was explicit about this. He believed that sexual and romantic attachment would destroy his work, drain the energy he needed for invention. Psychologists call this total sublimation, the complete redirection of emotional and sexual energy into intellectual work. It is rare. Almost no documented cases exist at this level of totality. Tesla's human connections were almost entirely transactional. Tesla fed pigeons his entire adult life, every day, without fail. But there was one specific pigeon, a white female. He did not name her, but he documented his relationship with her in writing with a level of emotional vulnerability he showed nowhere else in his entire archive. He nursed her through illness at significant personal expense, hiring people to care for her, bringing her into his hotel room. When she died, he wrote this: "I have been feeding pigeons for years, but there was one, a beautiful bird, pure white with light gray tips on its wings. She was a female. I knew that pigeon. I loved that pigeon. I loved her as a man loves a woman, and she loved me. When she was ill, I knew and understood. She came to my room, and I stayed beside her for days. I nursed her back to health. That pigeon was the joy of my life. If she needed me, nothing else mattered. As long as I had her, there was a purpose to my life." Nikola Tesla, the man who gave you electricity, writing about a pigeon the way most people never write about another human being. And then she died. And he wrote, "When that pigeon died, something went out of my life." I knew my life's work was finished. He lived another decade after that. But he was right. The meaningful work was done. What followed was something that psychiatrists today would likely classify as a late-life psychotic break combined with severe depression. He became convinced he had invented a death ray, a directed energy weapon he called the Teleforce, that could shoot a beam of particles through the atmosphere and destroy entire armies. He wrote letters to world governments offering to sell it to them to end all war. Whether the device was real, theoretical, or delusional, we genuinely do not know. He became increasingly isolated, paranoid. He believed other scientists were stealing his ideas, and some were, but his perception of the scale of the theft had become distorted beyond reason. He refused to see doctors. He barely ate. His weight dropped dangerously. He spent his last years in room 3327 of the New Yorker hotel, running up a bill he could not pay, surviving partly on a small stipend from a Yugoslavian government, grateful for what he had once done. The man who once lit Chicago with 100,000 bulbs was living on charity, alone, in one room, with his papers and his pigeons. In his final years, Tesla claimed he was close, very close, to a theory of everything. A single unified equation that would explain gravity, electromagnetism, and matter as expressions of one underlying force. Einstein spent the last 30 years of his life failing to find it. Tesla claimed he had it. On January 7th, 1943, a hotel maid found him dead in his room. He was 86. Within hours, before his family had been notified, the FBI arrived and seized every paper in the room, every notebook, every calculation, every formula. They classified the seizure under the Office of Alien Property, despite Tesla having been an American citizen for 60 years. The papers were held for years. Some were released. Some were transferred to Tesla's nephew. Some went to what is now the Nikola Tesla Museum in Belgrade. But whether everything was returned, whether the unified field theory notes, the teleforce calculations, the final work of the greatest electrical mind in history, whether all of it came back, nobody knows. And nobody in the US government has ever fully explained why they needed it so urgently that they couldn't wait for the family to be told he was dead. So here is the question I want to leave you with. Not, was Tesla the greatest inventor who ever lived? But what does it cost? What does it cost to have a mind that sees the invisible architecture of the universe? What does it cost to feel everything at 10 times the intensity of a normal person? Every sound, every light, every texture? What does it cost to love your work more than you can love a person? What does it cost to give humanity its electrical future? And have that humanity let you die in a hotel room, alone, owing money you earned 100 times over? Tesla did not fail. He was failed. And somewhere in a government archive, or maybe already destroyed, are the last calculations of the most extraordinary mind of the 20th century. We may never know what he found, but we know this: he found it alone.